Hey, Pedro, are you there? Did your wife pack your lunch again today? Because I'm hungry and I think I'm going to eat it instead. Well, I have actually already eaten lunch today, so... Wait, what? What do you mean by that? Well, I had to chat with Pete earlier today, so I took my lunch break about 15 minutes before everyone else did. You're kidding me. And I was so looking forward to getting to eat whatever it was that your wife made for me. Daria, can you please just cut all of this out? I mean, why do you think it is okay to take my lunch in the first place? Well, because I forgot to bring my own lunch for today. What other choice do I have? There is literally a cafeteria on the first floor of our building. How about you go and buy your own lunch from there? What? Do you seriously think I want to go all the way down there and have to shell out my own money just to eat? Well, if you keep forgetting to pack your own lunch, I don't see what other choice you have, really. Oh, come on, Pedro. Don't be like that. I have explained to you over and over again that I am a single mother with 3 kids. I don't have any time to do anything for myself. Once I get home, I am just so swamped looking after my kids. Not to mention the fact that I need to try and save money where I can so I can afford to buy them things. That is why I am always borrowing your lunch out of the fridge. We're helping each other out here. Don't you see that? Well, I can see how you are helping yourself. To my lunch. But what do I get out of it? Well, I'm always submitting my reports on time and going out of my way to do stuff for you. Are you really? Because I've actually had to work quite a bit of overtime lately trying to correct all the mistakes that you have been making. Oh, come on. I hardly think that that is fair. Whatever. That is a different talk for a different time. The point is that I want you to stop taking my lunch. My wife is kind enough to make it for me every day, and if you take it, then I don't have anything to eat. Stop taking food that isn't yours, okay? She is making it for me, not you. Okay. And so what? I thought you said that you were going to ask your wife to start cooking lunches for me too, remember? You said that you wanted to help me save money so that we could help each other, right? I never once said I was going to ask my wife that, and I have no interest in helping you save. Anyways, either way, I have already eaten my lunch for today. So then, I guess I'm just going to go hungry all day then, huh? What are you, a child? Literally just go to the cafeteria and buy yourself some lunch. Why don't you buy some for me? After all, it's all your fault I'm not eating today. Look, can we please just talk about work? I don't want to associate with you in any other way besides that. So, you aren't going to buy me anything to eat? You cheapo tightwad jerk. Hey, Kim. Are you there? I am finally off of work. Just getting on the bus to head home now. Thanks for letting me know. I'm glad that they let you out at the normal time today. Yay! No overtime! Yeah. I told my boss that I really wanted to leave on time and basically worked hard all day to make sure that I did. Aw. Well, good work, baby. I'm proud of you. By the way, I wanted to ask, did you enjoy your lunch today? I did, actually. I managed to get it before Daria could steal it. I talked to my boss and he let me take my lunch break about 15 minutes early, so there was no problem. I see. Well, that is good to hear. Glad you enjoyed it. But you know, I think I bugged some of the other employees by eating early since our schedules were a little offset. I just don't think that I'm going to be able to get away with doing this forever. Yeah. I really don't think that this can be your permanent solution at all. Still though, this Daria lady really seems to like my cooking, huh? Didn't you say she up and took one of the tortillas I packed for you on like her very first day? Yeah, that's right. You know, she did something really similar just last week too. I sensed there was someone standing behind me, and before I knew it, this crazy lady was reaching her hand out from behind my head and just stole an arepa right from my Tupperware. She did it so quickly that I didn't even have time to stop her. I could only stare after her as she scuttled off with my food. Wow. She sounds like a lady with some serious issues. And the day after that, I caught her rummaging through my lunch while it was still in the fridge. And then the day after that, she got up from her desk, went to the kitchen, and started doing the exact same thing. I'm just glad that at least today I managed to move my lunch break earlier so that I could actually eat all of it myself for once. I just can't believe how tenacious she is. I mean, that lady has some real dedication to stealing your lunch. Maybe she just has more fun stealing from you than she does actually eating it at this point. Well, I'm starting to think that as well. But the fact that it is your cooking doesn't deter her at all, I'm sure. But still, if only we had a way to stop her once and for all. Our supervisor even sat her down and talked to her about this, but she still won't listen. Well, if she won't stop taking your food, then I guess you just have to find a way to always be able to get to your lunch before she can. I know. If we can't figure out what to do, then I'm afraid that that will be the only way I can deal with this. But that is hardly a solution, you know? You're right. And she still won't have learned her lesson if that is how you respond. Besides, I'm upset about this too. I put a lot of effort into those meals because I really love you and I want to show you that through my cooking. It makes me happy that you like to eat what I make. So if eating it makes you happy, then we have to do something. We can't just let this Daria person keep getting away with this. I can't stand it. Sorry. Maybe I was getting a little carried away with all this. You don't think I'm being selfish, do you? What? No, of course you aren't being selfish. In fact, I think that is really, really sweet, baby. You know how much I love eating your cooking. And when I'm busy at work, sometimes eating your lunch is the only real relaxation that I look forward to. I don't want this going on any longer than I can help it. Anyways, I guess tomorrow I will just try talking to our supervisor again and hoping for the best. Well, good luck, Pedro. I hope things resolve smoothly. Hey, Kim. How are you holding up? Are you feeling any better now? Hey, honey. I am feeling a bit better, thanks. I had some medicine this morning and things seem to have settled down a bit. But I am really sorry that I couldn't pack you any lunch today. I was really looking forward to cooking you something special yesterday, but then... well, you know. You have absolutely nothing to worry about at all. You just caught a cold. It happens to everyone. You just focus on feeling better, okay? Okay, I'll do that. Thank you for being so sweet. And by the way, I was going to take the afternoon off to come home and take care of you. What? Are you sure about that? You don't have to go and do something like that. Well, I want to be there for you. I know your mom is over at our place taking care of you right now, but doesn't she have a trip this weekend that she needs to be getting ready for? I mean, I thought that they were going to be leaving tomorrow, right? Well, yeah, that is true. And thankfully, we just entered a quiet period at work, so it really isn't that big of a deal if I take a little time off to check up on you. I explained to my boss that you were sick, and he told me to go home and check on you as well. That is actually why I am texting you now. He said I should let you know that I'll be taking off early. Aw, Pedro. You really are too sweet. What would I do without you? Don't worry about it, my love. Anyways, I'm going to wrap up my work here and then get ready to head home. I will see you in a little bit. Okay. Thank you so much for everything you do for me. Hey, Pedro! What gives? Where's your lunch today? Don't tell me you hid it from me again. Hi, Daria. I am pleased to say that today I do not have any lunch. What? But why? Did you forget it or something? Actually, my wife is sick and wasn't able to cook me anything, so I didn't bring anything to eat. Are you kidding me? Well, then what am I supposed to eat, huh? Do you really think it's okay to just make me go hungry 2 days in a row? Now you definitely have to buy me something from the cafeteria. Actually, I took the afternoon off, so I am already out of the office and on my way home right now. Wait, you're not even here anymore? That's right. I was worried about my wife. So I took some time off so that I can take care of her while she is sick at home. Are you kidding me? That's ridiculous. Anyways, I don't really want to talk to you outside of work, so... Oh, jeez. Well, now you both are useless to me. Hey, Pedro! What the heck was that in your lunch? You have to tell me. I mean, did you purposefully tell your wife to make something that nasty? How could you lay a trap like that for me? That's so mean of you! Sorry, what? It wasn't fresh at all. What was your wife thinking? Is she trying to poison me or something? No, seriously, what are you even talking about right now? I am talking about my lunch today. You hid it under your desk this time, didn't you? Are you saying that you went through my desk looking for my lunch? That isn't the point! You aren't listening! I am telling you that there was something up with the lunch that your wife made for you. Something tasted off. What was it? I have no idea what you are talking about. I mean, it tasted really, really nasty. What was she thinking giving you that to eat? Did she lose her sense of taste or something? What did she spice that slop with? Daria, I really do not have a single clue what you are talking about. I was doing some work outside of the office today, so I ate out for lunch. Wait, what? What do you mean? I mean that I had to go meet a client this morning outside of the office. I knew that I might not make it back to the office in time to eat, so I just decided to eat out instead. But I found your lunch under your desk. Your wife packed that for you to eat today, didn't she? Wait a second. Are you sure that you didn't mix up my desk with Tony's desk? As in the guy who sits next to me? He always puts his lunch under his desk. No, it was definitely your desk. Oh, I see what happened. Is your stomach okay? Are you sure you're feeling all right? What do you mean by that? Why wouldn't I? Well, Tony told me earlier that he was so focused on his work, he thinks he might have put his lunch under my desk instead of his own. So then, you mean to tell me that I actually ate Tony's lunch? Hold on, that isn't all. He was so busy he actually came into the office on Saturday, and he actually didn't even have time to eat lunch. And then, when he went home, he completely forgot that he had even brought any food with him to the office in the first place. Wait, so what does that mean? Well, he didn't remember about his lunch until today. He told me when he called me that it was an old lunch and that I should just leave it there for him to deal with when he's back in the office. He was so embarrassed for leaving his old food at work. But why the heck would he just leave his lunch there under your desk? And why didn't you do anything about it? You should have tossed it out first thing this morning. I already told you that I was out of the office most of this morning. I didn't get the call from Tony about his lunch until I had already left to go meet my client. So even if I wanted to clean it up, I was already out of the office by the time I learned about it. I don't believe this. So, are you okay? So then, you're telling me that I ate someone else's days-old lunch? That's disgusting! Well, yeah, it was pretty irresponsible of Tony to just leave his lunch out and under someone else's desk. But you were the one who went poking around my desk trying to find food that wasn't yours to begin with. This can't be happening to me right now. What's happening? Well, while you were telling me all that about Tony's lunch, my stomach started to feel funny all of a sudden. Oh, wow, yeah. I would really try and leave work and go see a doctor right away. A doctor? Screw that. What I need right now is a toilet. I'm going to sue you for everything you have, Pedro. Sorry, what is all this about now? It is all your fault. I had to call an ambulance to take me to the hospital the other day. I just got back home yesterday, but I am still puking and having diarrhea all over the place. You are going to pay for getting me sick. You are going to pay for my hospital bill, and you are going to pay me back for the days I missed from work. All of it. Do you hear me? Tony said that you came to him saying something similar as well. That's right. It was his fault that all this happened, too. If he wasn't so forgetful, then I would have never gotten sick. Right. About that. I was actually talking to Tony a bit more about his lunch, and he told me that he actually did call to ask someone else to throw out the food while I was out of the office. Wait. He said what now? Yeah. But then he told me that when that person went to go under my desk to look for the lunchbox, that you suddenly appeared saying that the lunch was yours and you snatched it out of their hands. I thought that they might be trying to steal your food too. Of course not. No one in their right mind would crawl on their hands and knees on the floor to try and steal someone's food. You're the only one crazy enough to do something like that. Excuse me? How dare you talk to me like that? You are being very rude, you know. And you just got out of the hospital because you couldn't help but take what wasn't yours. I mean, did you really not guess that the food might have gone bad when you opened the lid and smelled it? Why did you eat something like that? But I was hungry. Anyways, more importantly, I heard that you were fired. Wait, what do you mean by that? Well, apparently it wasn't just my lunch that you were stealing. It was also discovered that you were stealing tons of supplies from around the office. What? Me? Steal? Of course not. Look, you just don't know what you're talking about right now, okay? You have no idea what it is like to be a single mother of 3, and you never will. Yes, Daria. I am sure that your life is full of challenges that I will never ever know. But the fact of the matter is that you were stealing. But don't you pity me? Don't you feel bad for me? I really honestly don't. But why? Isn't it true that the reason you and your husband got divorced in the first place was because you were cheating on him? Not only that, I heard that he found out the kids weren't even his. I heard your ex-husband doesn't even have to pay you child support. What? How do you know all this? Have you been stalking me or something? Well, your parents actually reached out to contact me so that they could apologize for your poor behavior. Are you serious? Did they really do that? They did. In fact, they even offered to pay the value of all the lunches that you have stolen from me. So after this, I don't want anything else to do with you. Wait, please. Don't go yet. What about my hospital bills? My missed time from work? Who is going to pay me for those things, huh? You have to take responsibility for your actions and marry me. Wow. You have really lost your mind, haven't you? Of course I'm not going to do that. But why not? This is ridiculous. Goodbye, Daria. At the last minute, Daria really thought to try and ask Pedro to marry her. Pedro's wife, who was sitting right next to him as he talked to Daria, only laughed and said that she knew this would happen. Apparently, she had a suspicion that Daria really liked Pedro and that her actions were a way to take out her frustrations on his wife as well as try and get his attention. Obviously, though, it did not work. Daria had no other option but to take her kids and move back in with her parents. Later, the company made sure to send her the bill for her stolen office supplies. In the 1 month that she worked there, she managed to steal about $5,000 worth of various equipment. Now she is working from sunup to sundown so she can pay off her debts. She barely has any time to herself and is always going out in shabby clothes, only focusing on the work ahead of her. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.